Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the daily weather briefing from India Meteorological Department. Uh, when we look into the past weather observed in the last 24 hours, maximum temperatures in the range of 40 to 41 degrees Celsius were observed in many parts of West Rajasthan, West MP, Vidarbha, Gujarat state and Marathwada, in some parts of East Rajasthan and Rayalaseema, and isolated pockets of Haryana, East UP, Madhya Maharashtra and Telangana. Coming to the departures, the maximum temperatures were above normal by 4 to 7 degrees at many places over Jammu and Division, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, West Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, and in some parts over East Rajasthan and West UP, isolated places over MP, Gujarat state, and Madhya Maharashtra. With respect to the observed heat wave to severe heat wave condition during last 24 hours, many parts of heat wave to severe heat wave conditions were observed in West Rajasthan and some parts of East Rajasthan. Coming to the heat wave conditions, many parts to observe over Himachal Pradesh, in some parts of Saurashtra and Kutch, isolated pockets of Jammu Division, Uttarakhand, and West MP. So the highlights of today's daily briefing is about the heat wave spell, which is persisting over the northwest, central, and west India, and it is likely to continue during next 4 to 5 days. And coming to the rainfall activity, the light to moderate rainfall activity is again likely to be persisting over northeast India the next 5 days, with the possibility of isolated heavy rainfall over Assam and Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh on 31st March and 1st April 22. With respect to the today's satellite imagery, we can see two systems over the Indian region. One is the cyclonic circulation over Punjab neighborhood, extending up to 1.5 kilometer above mean sea level. And next is a wind discontinuity, which is seen from South Chhattisgarh extending up to interior Tamil Nadu over coastal Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Rayalaseema. So this is seen up to 0.9 kilometer above mean sea level. So the forecast for the maximum temperatures are coming to the northwest India. No significant change in maximum temperatures are likely over northwest India the next 24 hours, and they are expected to fall by 2 degrees Celsius thereafter over major plains of the northwest India. And coming to central and east India, gradual rise is expected maximum temperatures by 2 degrees the next 3 days, and no significant change is expected thereafter. Coming to the western parts of the country, similarly, maximum temperatures over Gujarat is not expected to have significant change in the next 2 days, and gradual rise expected by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius thereafter. Over Maharashtra, gradual rise in maximum temperatures are forecasted for next 2 to 4 by 2 to 4 degrees Celsius during next 5 days. With respect to other parts of the country, no significant change in maximum temperatures are expected during next 5 days. So forecast for the heat wave conditions are heat wave to severe heat wave conditions is likely in most parts over West Rajasthan, in some parts over East Rajasthan and West MP on 29th and 30th. And heat wave in isolated pockets over these regions are expected during 31st and 31st March to 2nd April. Coming to South Haryana and Delhi, heat wave to severe heat wave conditions are forecasted in isolated pockets on 29th and 30th March. Similarly, isolated heat wave conditions are very likely over Jammu Division and Himachal on the 29th and 30th, over Saurashtra, Kutch, East MP, Vidarbha, Madhya Maharashtra and Marathwada during 29th March to 2nd April, over South UP during 29th to 31st, over Jharkhand, Interior Odisha during 30th and 1st, over Gangetic West Bengal 31st March and 1st April, and over Chhattisgarh during 31st March to 2nd April, and over Gujarat on 1st and 2nd April. Coming to the rainfall forecast, light to moderate scattered rain is very likely over northeast India during the next 48 hours. So under the influence of the southwesterly winds from the Bay of Bengal at lower tropospheric levels, so fairly widespread to widespread rain in association with thunderstorm and gusty winds are very likely over this region during 31st March to 2nd April. Coming to the heavy rainfall, isolated heavy rainfall is forecasted over Assam and Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh on 31st March and 1st April 22. With respect to the persisting the system of trough or wind discontinuity in the South Peninsula India, light to moderate rainfall is expected over Kerala, Mahi, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Lakshadweep, and coastal and South India, Karnataka during next 5 days, along with thunderstorm activity very likely over Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Karaikal, and Lakshadweep on 29th, and over Kerala and Mahi during next 5 days. Coming to the weather warning for the next 5 days, which you can see over the graphical representation here. So you can see the heat wave conditions persisting today over Jammu division, Himachal, parts of Rajasthan, Haryana, UP, central parts of India, and along with the interior parts of Maharashtra. So the heat wave conditions are forecasted to be persisting for tomorrow over these region, and there is little respite in heat wave for the Jammu division and Himachal for the 31st of March, and heat wave is thereafter bound to or expected to increase over the parts of Rajasthan, MP, and extending up to Vidarbha, Chhattisgarh, and GWB. So till on the second, heat wave is again expected to persist over major parts of West India and Central India. For more updates on operational weather forecast and the weather bulletins, kindly refer to our IMD web pages and the social media handles. Thank you.